don't you come up here for a quick second? I just want to spend 1 minute doing this. I know we're a little over, but we'll cut it out in post-production. All right, I can't. It's either now or never. We're live. All right. So I want to bring this guy. I want to bring up this guy, Mike. We previewed him last week. Sure. Mike Demers is a guy who his mom had a contract with Haffners Oil, and Haffners Oil. I lost my. Oh, there it is. Haffners Oil came and they overfilled his tank, and they pumped 250 gallons of oil into their basement, and it went everywhere, and they refused to clean it up. And Mike sued them, brought them to court, and he lost because he didn't have a multi-million-dollar lawyer like the Haffners Acadia Corporation. So he went on this
boycott campaign,
social media boycott campaign on Twitter and Facebook, and basically what he says and what he's saying online with this campaign is, we know we lost in court. We know the law says they don't have to come clean this up, as bad as that is. But morally, we think they should do the right thing and come do it anyway. And they've spent twice as much money fighting you in court than if they had actually rebuilt you an entire house. Now they're suing you to shut you up. So just give us like 1 minute because we're over time.
Okay, it's involving Acadia Insurance Company and a claims adjuster. Haffners is not involved in the suit. I just wanted to.
Well, but
they're involved in
right, because Acadia represents Haffners.
Correct, right. Correct. And what happened was, originally they told us, they put us in the same position. They told it to my mother. They told it to my stepdad, and they're accusing me of lying and making false statements of fact. And I just sent in like 5-6 motions. I'm just, I have to learn to become a lawyer to, deal with this stuff. Right. And it's been going on for 2 years now, almost now. And I'm asking for an extension. I'm asking the court to allow my mom and stepdad to testify to certain statements that were made in the 2011 negligence case. So they can't be defamatory now when we said them before. And there are certain posts on my website when on my social media that they're claiming that it's portraying to the public that they were negligent. I say,
well, they were negligent. They might not have been legally negligent, but they were negligent. They pumped 250 gallons of oil into your mom's home, and they didn't clean it up right.
I sued them for that, and I have the right to tell her story. And there's a lot of things that weren't brought up in the court case because it would have been a 2-month trial. We tried to streamline it in 2 weeks, and they had 30 lawyers. We had me and mom, what I mean, in tears. And the bottom line is I didn't make any false statements of fact. My opinion is like, as an example, maybe you could read a little bit better than me, but that's one of my posts right here.
It says, Mom goes bankrupt, home still reeks of Haffners Oil. America for Mom kicks off 2014 boycott campaign. Below are the companies that displaced, bankrupted, and ruined this grandmother's home. And then he goes on about all the things that they promised that they were going to do that they didn't do.
That's my opinion.
Right. So I wanted to bring him up because you're going to be in. When does your trial start?
My trial starts on February 14th, ironically. But I just sent a motion to the court to try to get a little bit more time because I have to. This is a lot of work here.
Yeah, right? You're representing yourself. I've done that.
And
I won, but it's very hard to win.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of studying and work. I mean, I'm just telling the story. I have the First Amendment right to tell the story. Sure. And everything and all the conversations that I had between the environmental people, the state of New Hampshire, the insurance company, I documented everything.
Right.
And I have a right to tell the American people what happened.
I think there's something bigger afoot here, and that's why I wanted to have you up. And I'm going to have you back. We're going to have you come in as this trial gets going. This is a much bigger story than people think it is.
Yes.
Because you've got a multi-million-dollar company telling a private citizen that they can't have moral outrage at the behavior of a company. He's not making any legal claims. He's not saying that they're legally responsible because he lost in court. But what he is saying is that they've spent twice as much money on lawyers fighting the case than if they built a brand new home for his mom. And if they succeed in shutting him down, it's going to be a chill of free speech for everyone. It's not just Mike Demers that's going to suffer. Absolutely. All of us are going to suffer. I will be in Hillsborough County Superior Court when your trial starts.
Right.
Come hell or high water. Even if I'm on deadline, I'm going to come.
I'm trying to bump it up a little bit because I need more time.
Yeah, listen, I could use more time too.
So. The fact is, my mom was out of her house for 7 years and is bankrupt as a result of this. And I want to thank the 30,000 people that are following us on Twitter Twitter, America for Mom, and Facebook fans. Appreciate your support, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, if there's ever was a David and Goliath story, this is it. I don't know why the rest of the media hasn't picked up on it, but once again, we'll pick up the slack and we're going to do it, Mike.
Tom. Congratulations on your new show.
Thanks, appreciate it.
We'll be seeing you real soon.
All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching the Paying Attention program. Donate some blood tomorrow, Friday. I'm sorry, that's not true. This was last week. Unbelievable. All right, I guess you can't donate blood. What else do we have? We have our book, Heroes in Our Midst. You can get it on Amazon. Pick up the Valley Patriot. We're all over the Merrimack Valley, New Hampshire, in Massachusetts. We have a TV commercial on all the sports channels that's going to be running right before the Super Bowl. If you want in on that, if you're a business and you want in on that commercial, you want to be in it with us, please contact me. You know how to do that. I want to thank Twin Lights Security and Investigations for sponsoring the show and for providing my security. I want to thank Eagle Investigations, who's sponsoring the Valley Patriot. And we also want to thank Peter Caruso and Caruso, attorneys at law in Andover. A&M Auto Body. Go see Angelo at A&M Auto Body. If you've got a ding in your car, he will take care of you. Tell him that you're friends with the Valley Patriot, and he will take care of you. And who else do we have left? I guess that's it. Thank you, Stu Fink. What's that? Oh, and the bash, please. Our charity bash is March 23rd. We give scholarships to kids from Lawrence High School in the Vogue. We give awards to police officers, firefighters, and veterans. It'll be at the Reliefs Inn in Lawrence, March 23rd, 7 o'clock. If you'd like to sponsor it, we'd love to have you sponsor it. If you'd like to donate money for our charity bash account for the scholarships, please do. It's tax deductible. Thank you, Stu Fink. Thank you, studio audience. I saw Nelson Silver here, which was kind of weird. I don't know what he's doing here. We'll see you next week at Studio 21.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.